Look, lads, I know I'm aura farming this, but it's come to my attention that a lot of players are not receiving the scout rifle Force Memorializer from Pinnacle Ops. Well, you can farm it today. It is an extra bonus focus farming the portal for it, and you can solo farm it. But if you don't want to solo farm it, just farm it in a team. The methods I give to you today, you can farm it duo, which I've done duo farming, or you can do fire team farming or solo farming, because there's a farm for everything. I always have an answer for everything for this. Now, you saw the initial clips on how powerful Force Memorializer is. As a weapon, it's very important to the game. Now, there is a Trials Auto Rifle that rolls with this as well, but we are talking about this because it's an extra bonus focus. So, I know what you're saying, and I know you're like, how are you doing this? I own Duality, yeah? I've went in there and said, look, the Nightmare Realm is lacking lights. Let's get some lights put up. It's too dark in the Nightmare Realm. Let's get some light in there. It's too red. I own the place. I'm allowed to do it. I'm allowed to make this video, whether I've made videos in the past about this or not. I'm allowed to. I own Nightmare Galran. He's my right-hand man during this era of the game. And the era of the game that you are in now will change on Tuesday. Content will be -30 and -25, which on paper sounds really bad, but it won't be all that bad. Have no worries about that. I will go to great lengths to find the new farms after next Tuesday, so keep an eye on my channel, because I will find it. And it won't just be, well, farm solo ops. No. There'll be ways and means. There always is. When there's a will, there's a way. Always. So, yeah, I own the place. So it's not a full... I'm not going to show you the full farm of it, just how to solo one cycle the boss. Because I feel as though I'm taking advantage of you a little bit with this. But it's not my fault. The scout was on Nightmare of Galran. If the scout was on something else, I would have done something else. But he's on Nightmare of Galran. Fate has brought us together for this. So... let's discuss the god roll, and then I'll discuss the card, right? Now, I'm going to post down below, first and foremost, how to solo one cycle Galran on all characters, Warlock, Titan, and Hunter, and a -30 Delta solo ultimate activity being done with Force Memorializer build with Chromatic Fire. Now, why is it so important? The reason being is because you can add 3-4 verbs to your weapon. You can sever, you can weaken, and blind. And slow if you add slow to it. You can add so many verbs or elemental affinity verbs to this weapon, it gets kind of crazy. Because it's a kinetic weapon. Chromatic Fire is a kinetic weapon exotic armor piece. So depending on your super choice, depends on what goes on. Technically, in my opinion, the best pick is Void, because you're weakening targets, which is incredible, right? So you get Void weakening on every single kill, essentially, right? So you're getting that. Then, on this Scout Rifle, you're getting Blind from Bewilder and Burst. That's number 2. And then 3 and 4, you can add Slow. Actually, technically, you can add Scorch, Slow Scorch, and Sever, because Sever is tied to it. So you can add so many adverbs to Force Memorializer, is that it's just a crazy weapon. It blinds all the ads and it puts out respectable damage because of kinetic tremors. So the absolute god roll on this, trait-wise, is Bewilder and Burst and kinetic tremors. These are the 2 best traits possible. Ancillary Ordnance needs a buff and it's too weak in the game and doesn't work. But it goes... it does work, but it's not very good. Do you understand? It's not very good perk. It needs a buff. Ancillary Ordnance needs a buff. Kinetic Tremors doesn't, and it's incredible for single target damage, right? For when you solo and stuff, right? So it does everything for you. Damage, weakening, blinding. It's very good with buddy builds, and buddy builds got buffed. Now, don't take note of these stats. I'm going to link down below my Chromatic Fire solo from 2 weeks ago, whenever it was, so that you can get a good idea on how powerful this was. I've done a very good test, and a lot of you missed that video. I don't know why. You missed it. You need to go and watch it. So I'll link that down, and obviously link down the Titan solo 1 cycle and the Hunter solo 1 cycle on Galran as well. All done with the axe. There are other options. You can use Grand Overture. You could probably use Finality's Ogre with a Mint Retrograde, damage rotation. You could also use Legend of Acreus. There's so many options, because I'll tell you why there's so many options. Also, just going on to the build that I ran, hang on a minute. So this is what I actually ran. Dawn Chorus, Wolfsbane with Attrition Orbs, any primary, but a Heal Clip primary is recommended for the setup, and just Mint, right? There'll be a dim link for all this. I'm not going through all of it, because I have explained this at length about what you should and shouldn't do for this, right? But talking about the card, and I'm going to talk about multiple levels here. I'm going to go in depth a bit more. If you are a master player playing at master power, you're in luck, because you get Airborne. Airborne stacks with Wolfsbane. Let me repeat it for you again. Airborne stacks with Wolfsbane. When you do the Cyclone damage, you jump in the air. Your character model will jump in the air and do the heavy Cyclone attack. You will be able to easily solo 1 cycle the boss on master difficulty. Let's go to the next one. GM players. We have a mod called Full Throttle. Now on screen, it will tell you what Full Throttle does. Full Throttle gives you 1% damage bonus for every ad cleared, where it stacks to 100 times, giving you a 100% damage bonus, allowing any player on any build to solo 1 cycle the final boss. This is paramount. This is also for ultimate players as well. So I've covered all the difficulties. Expert, I doubt anyone on Expert's going to be farming this, right? What? Oh, Expert players get Airborne as well. Hang on a minute. What does Advanced players get? Did you just know the boons are different? Look at that. Advanced players are getting Brawler for free? Nah, that's so unfair that you're getting that every day. Where's my Brawler? Although we just had Brawler, didn't we? Where's Heavyweight at? I want Heavyweight. Let me build the card in front of you. Alright, one challenge mod I need for me. Yeah, I got Pressure Cooker, Equipment Locked, Normal Starting Ammo was on, I used Brawn, and I used Extinction, because that is enough. We don't need any more. Hang on a minute, we're not finished, are we? And then Full Throttle. So that was the card I ran, and that will automatically turn A grade, but technically you only need a B score to get Force Memorializer, right? But I'm just explaining it to you that it was an A grade scoring. So yeah, Full Throttle's the big takeaway from this. Now, I will be honest, right? Now, this is coming more onto the Portal side of things. If we go back to before Edge of Fate and how the game worked, if you remember, I done a lot of tests in D2 with modifiers, knowing what was up, what wasn't, with everything. My knowledge is very expansive in this area. Since Edge of Fate launched, those players who don't test with mods have failed the most and have been basically scolded because they haven't been able to make content revolving around the portal. I've been able to make content revolving around the portal because I make it my true business to know every single one of these mods and what they do, whether it be boons, whether it be challenge modifiers, etc. So whilst everybody else has suffered in Edge of Fate with the portal system, I've thrived because I take great liberties to make sure that I know every single mod and what it does and how it affects the game. Every single thing. I know pretty much all there is to know about the portal. I am the emperor of the portal systems. Right? I know everything about it, and I will still know everything about it next week. I'll make it my task to make sure that I know about it. See, because I've got that stubbornness. I'm stubborn to know it. Just because I would, even if I wasn't making videos, I would still be stubborn to know this. So what I'm saying is, Edge of Fate is kind of catered to my knowledges, and to some other content creators, it hasn't catered to them at all. And I just thought I would point that out. I'm pointing out farms to you on a daily basis. And yeah, it's been mainly Nightmare of Garan, but what would you rather have? Nightmare of Garan or Caldera? I would rather have my boy Nightmare of Garan any day over this stuff. Solo ops is awful after a long period of time. And when I say a long period of time, I'm talking 3-4 months. 3-4 months of solo ops will not do anyone any good, even some of the best players in the world. It will send you crazy. in the end. So I would rather farm a dungeon layer, if possible, any time over solo ops. Or fire team ops, or a bit of fire team ops, right? So I'm just explaining to you, this is probably one of the best sources of information that you're going to get regarding the portal is from my videos, because I make it my business to know for me to project to you on the information. And if you've watched every video that I've made since Edge of Fate, you should be an expert on this portal system, and you shouldn't need much more advice than what you've had over the past 2-3 months. All right, so I thought that I would explain that. But yeah, it's just as luck would have it, it's the extra bonus focus. So as I say, I'm going to show you the solo 1 cycle with Dawn Chorus, which does improve Wolf's Bane, right? The heavy cyclone attack does take advantage of Dawn Chorus, and Helion does extra additive damage. You want to run a high weapon stat no matter what class that you are on. There will be links down below showing you the solo 1 cycle for any character. There is no preference today. It's just whatever you want, because full throttle's up. If you have 100 stacks of full throttle, you will kill this boss pretty much on anything at all. I could probably kill him with blue gear, but I would need to... you can't infuse blue gear or whatever, can you? I don't know. We never get blue gear now to know about it. But anyways, that's the information. So as mentioned previously, if you look right hand side, I've got full throttle 96. So I took extra time in this run. This is more of a casual run so that anybody can do this as long as you get the 100% buff, right? Anyone can solo one side this boss now with pretty much a whole array of different weapons. Experiment if you want. But full throttle's up today, huge buff. Yeah, I've already explained at length about this, but it's more about DPS. So we go in with a Radiant Melee and a Solar Nade, then pop Super, then I activate Wolf's Bane. Light, heavy on Cyclone damage on Nanite Assault. When Nanite Assault gets to 1 second, I swap. Then you can do bait and switch or whatever you want with Meat Retrograde, and then go back to Nano Assault. Light swings, that is the DPS trick. Look at how much we're melting. That's because of full throttle with a little optimization with Dawn Chorus. Any character can do this. Banner of War Titan's even better than this, in my opinion. And Hunter can get away with it as well. It's got a lot of debuffs. You could tether him. You can use 4 Tracer for ×4 solar weapon surges. All sorts of things you can do. The point of it is, any class can solo 1 cycle him, therefore being able to get Force Memorializer. I hear that it's a rare drop. Well, not today. You're going to be able to get it, right? This was no fast run. This was just me showing you the 100 times full throttle farm that's technically up, right? And we're posting daily, so we've got to get everybody up to date regardless of that. Hope you enjoy. Thank you.